2023. And I'm starting a little bit later today because I was finishing some things for work, even though I'm on vacation, but I'm always paranoid about that, and I really don't like coming back to work and you have, you know, 200 things to do. So I don't have 200 things to do at work, and I have one thing to do, but I can't figure that out without somebody's help, so it has to wait until Monday. So, yeah, I thought that I might do some kind of update about where my language progress is, what I'm doing before I start every day, if there's any big changes. Um, I subscribe to a bunch of language podcasts, and today was the first time I was really listening to them. I usually listen to the Easy Languages podcast. They have different ones. I'm not sure exactly which ones they have, but they definitely have Italian, German, and Spanish and French. And I was listening to those. And I was also listening to um, some other language podcasts. It's hard to find good material for kind of a beginner in each language because I want a podcast that's not actually teaching me vocabulary. I want something like that's kind of basic that I can understand, but I can listen to, but it's not also like duck, frog, so that's hard. So I was doing a Danish one. That's hard to find material in Danish. Listening to a Danish one today, an Esperanto one I'm listening to now, and I think that's it. And yesterday, like I said, I was listening to the Italian and French and German versions of the Easy News podcast. Um, Yesterday as well, you saw that on the stream, I started learning Icelandic and Latin. And these are languages that I have dabbled in before. And remember, the point is not that I'm going to know 100 languages fluently. I think that's impossible. But I just want to know the basic idea, like know 100 languages on a basic level, and of those 100 languages, know 10 on a really high level. And that's going to be the hard part, obviously. Okay, so now that we're caught up with my language life, I think we should start with the hard one today. We'll start with Clothesmaster. Oh yeah, and the other thing, I won't be able to do this when I go back to work because it takes a couple of hours, but I was also watching YouTube language channels, and Easy Languages has some really great material. Not just about, they have a lot of different languages actually, and they had more in the past, but they have, for example, English, but I don't need English obviously, but they have English, Spanish, French, Italian, German, Catalan, and a bunch of other ones too. They have Danish, but that's not a main one, and they have Croatian also, which is not a main one, and Polish, I think I said. Yeah, and then there's other languages which are really hard to find material on, like, for example, uh, um, not Croatian, Afrikaans is really hard to find, even though it's kind of a major language in South Africa, but it's hard to find, you know, things to watch in Afrikaans. It's also hard to find Gallego, which is not a major language, but it's a language in Spain. So it's hard to find that. And it's also hard to find things in Esperanto uh, in YouTube because Esperanto is kind of controversial because it's an artificial language, right? And there's lots of YouTube's videos about Esperanto, but I know I know the general idea. I know the pros and cons of Esperanto. I don't want to watch a video about that. I want to watch the actual Esperanto, and it's kind of hard to get a video about that. So that's what I was doing. So let's start then, because I think we're all caught up now. Afrikaans. It's still hot in here if you're wondering. And I think it's hotter in my apartment than it is outside. Outside it's 21 and here it feels like 30. And with Closemaster, I'd like to do, do all of the courses, start all of the courses, and then, do all of them do the 100 basic words, or 100 basic sentence, 100 most common sentences, they call it. And then the 10 core languages that I do, I'd like to, focus more on. But Catalan, I think I would like it to be one of the core languages, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of material.
Hi ha taxis per aquí a prop.
Hi ha taxis per aquí a prop.
Ell va ocultar les seves emocions i fingia entusiasme.
Ell va ocultar les seves emocions i fingia entusiasme.
El meu pare ha comprat terra amb la fi de construir una casa.
El meu pare ha comprat terra amb la fi de construir una casa.
Ella somnia a ser infermera.
Ella somnia a ser infermera, that's a hard word.
El meu cosí va viatjar a Espanya fa 2 dies. Tot i així, encara no s'ha comunicat amb la meva tia.
El meu cosí va viatjar a Espanya fa 2 dies. Tot i així, encara no s'ha comunicat amb la meva tia.
Finalment vaig aconseguir el llibre que volia.
Finalment vaig aconseguir el llibre que volia.
Allà no em coneixen.
Allà no em coneixen. Some baby screaming outside, I don't know if you heard that.
Què li passa a aquell noi?
Què li passa a aquell noi?
El medicament té efectes immediats.
El medicament té efectes immediats.
Li vaig fer moltes preguntes sobre l'ecologia.
Li vaig fer moltes preguntes sobre l'ecologia. Also with Catalan, I don't know where the stress is in the sentences, and that bothers me a little bit. And the words. Is it like Spanish? Or Polish? Qualque de vosotros
Qualcú de vosaltres vol venir aquí i tornar a fer el que jo acabo de fer.
venir aquí y tomar a fer el que yo acabo de fer.
Ella no fuma.
Ella no fuma.
M'agradaria decorar el meu apartament al meu gust.
M'agradaria decorar el meu apartament al meu gust.
En Tom no ha faltat mai a classe.
Is it a or ha? Let me listen to that again.
En Tom no ha faltat mai a classe.
En Tom no ha faltat mai a classe.
Per què no mirem si en Ton vol jugar a les cartes amb nosaltres?
¿Por qué no miren si en Tom vol jugar a las cartas amb nosotras?
El noi més jove es va quedar enrere dels altres excursionistes.
El moi més jove es va quedar enrere dels altres excursionistes.
Després de l'accident ella va estar inconscient tot el dia.
Després de l'accident ella va estar inconsciente tot el dia.
No gastis més diners dels que guanyes.
No gastes més diners dels que guanyes.
Hauré acabat aquesta feina el pròxim divendres.
Hauré acabat aquesta feina el pròxim divendres.
Ell va deixar de fumar.
Ell va deixar de fumar.
El president va posposar la seva visita al Japó.
El president va proposar la seva visita al Japó.
Sigues simpàtic amb ella.
Sigui simpàtic amb ella.
Si necessita qualsevol cosa, demani-ho a la cambrera.
Si necessita qualsevol cosa, demani-ho a la cambrera.
Cada dia esmorzo.
Cada dia esmorzo.
Són bons amics nostres.
Són bons amics nostres.
Va ocórrer 2 dies després de que ell tornés de Tòquio.
Va ocórrer 2 dies després de que el tornés de Tòquio.
Ens veurem a migdia.
En veurem a migdia. Oh, my glasses are so dirty. But I just realized I need glasses, which, is crazy because I'm just not used to wearing them. But I have them, so I should wear them, right?
Aquell tipus és el meu amic.
Aquell tipus és el meu amic.
El gos s'està morint.
That's sad.
El gos s'està morint.
How do you say that? Os?
El gos s'està morint.
El os s'està morint.
Qui va ser la primera persona en córrer una milla en menys de 4 minuts?
Qui va ser la primera persona en correr una milla en menys de 4 minuts? Like, Catalan is this kind of mixture of Spanish and French. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so that's Catalan. And now, what is next? Next for us will be Czech, nothing to review. Danish, something to review. I think I finished Danish yesterday. Yes, I did. 2 words to review with Danish.
Hvad har Tom?
Hvad har Tom?
Send Tom op.
Send Tom up. Okay, that was Danish. Short and sweet. I think next will be Spanish or Esperanto. Not sure. let us see. Work. Thank you. We're working. German, nothing to practice. Spanish, of course, something to practice. Todo vale en el amor y en la guerra.
Todo vale en el amor y en la guerra.
Lovely R, Adam. Dame un poco más.
Dame un poco más.
No deberías ir sola.
No deberías ir sola.
Soy nuevo aquí.
Soy nuevo aquí.
Ya es hora de dormir.
Ya es hora de dormir.
¿Estás conmigo o contra mí?
¿Estás conmigo o contra mí?
Bien, pero lo puedes hacer mejor.
Bien, pero lo puedes hacer mejor.
Yo he estado aquí más tiempo.
Yo he estado aquí más tiempo.
Eres la persona más importante en mi vida.
Eres la persona más importante en mi vida.
No es nada fácil.
No es nada fácil.
Yo lo he tenido.
Yo lo he tenido.
Oh, sorry. Yo lo he tenido. Todos ellos eran amigos de niños.
Todos ellos eran amigos de niños.
Si así debe ser, así sea.
Si así debe ser, así sea.
No tengo amigos.
No tengo amigos.
Lo siento, pero eso es verdad. No lo quiero ver.
No lo quiero ver.
I was watching Malcolm in the Middle recently, the whole series, and I don't know if you know that, but it's kind of entertaining, right? And one thing is that they say that the dad doesn't have any friends, but he has a lot of friends, which is weird because he has like a weekly poker night, and one guy comes over and gives him, but like maybe in the long run that his wife, I forgot her name. But maybe his wife is more of a friend to him than Al is. I don't know. Just a random thought I had as I burped. Puede que haya algo de verdad.
Puede que haya algo de verdad.
Deja que se vaya.
Deja que se vaya.
Vaya. Vaya. I can't do that Y sound. Siempre se debe decir la verdad.
Siempre se debe decir la verdad.
Soy más bajo que tú.
Soy más bajo que tú.
Dame el número.
Dame el número.
Dame el número. Dame el número. Dame el número. Ni siquiera quiero estar aquí ahora.
Ni siquiera quiero estar aquí ahora.
Tienes que dejar ir.
Tienes que dejar ir.
Este auto está como nuevo.
Este auto está como nuevo.
Vivir no es fácil.
Vivir no es fácil.
Soy policía.
Soy policía.
Realmente me gustaría saber por qué él hizo algo así.
Realmente me gustaría saber por qué él hizo algo así.
Ya que él lo dice, debe ser verdad.
Ya que él lo dice, debe ser verdad.
Dame algunos.
Dame algunos.
Algunos. Dame algunos. La comida no era tan buena.
La comida no era tan buena.
Creo que tú eres mi mejor amigo.
Creo que tú eres mi mejor amigo.
Okay, I think that was 3 for Spanish. 3 rounds for Spanish. 3 rounds is all you get. Yep, 3. Okay, what's next? Africa. Oh, it's gonna be Esperanto. Esperanto, why don't you come to your senses? Kio estas al vi? Al mi Tom tion ec mi diris. Ni iru. Mi estas. Tion mi jam diris al li. Mi jam scias kiu vi estas. Ĉu vi volas ke mi venu? Tiu estas unu el li. Mi estas kiel vi. Jen li. Okay, I might have sounded weirdly when I was pronouncing it, but when I was listening to the Esperanto radio, it's by this person from New Zealand, and according to as far as I know, the stress in Esperanto words is supposed to be the penultimate, so like in Polish, so the second from the end. And I see this a lot of native speakers of English, when they speak Esperanto, they don't worry about that at all, and it sounds so much like English when they talk, right? It sounds like a person who knows words in Spanish but insists on speaking them in an English way. Which, I mean, that's how I sound when I speak Spanish, but I'm not trying to sound that way, so that's why I'm trying to change my pronunciation. Mi ĉiam estos kun vi. Li ni volas ĝin. Kio estas ĉi tio? Tio estas Tom. Tio estas pro vi. Ĉi tio estas de Tom. And if you have any feedback on my Esperanto pronunciation, please let me know. Mi nur volas ke vi venu. Any pronunciation, please let me know, because I'm sure it's bad in all languages, not just Esperanto. Ĉu vi vere volas ĝin? Ĉu vi vere volas ĝin? Ĉu vi volas ĝin? Ni povas. Ili estas ĉiu ĉi tie. And she said that word also, this ĉiu, which is like all, also like chiwi, like chiwi. And she said enkorau, like enkoro. And now I'm not sure about my pronunciation of those two. Ĉiu. Dio scias. Tom enkorau. Tom ankoraŭ, Tom ankoraŭ ni skias tion. Tom, mi volas ke vi venu con mi. Kion vi havas? Ili estas ĉi tie. Another thing that English people do, which is why it sounds so English when they're speaking Esperanto, is that in other languages, when the vowel sound is unstressed, it's still the same vowel sound. But in English, we don't have this regular stress. We have irregular stress, or time-based stress, I think it's called. So then our words that we pronounce, the unstressed syllable becomes a schwa in most cases. So for example, this estas, that's how like a non-English person would say it. But we'd say estas, like rather than but it's a. Nur Dio skias. That's some former English language teacher knowledge there I was dropping on you. Mi ni skias, char mi ni ne estes tie. Ne, mi ne volas. Kiu diras tion? I think that was 3 rounds for Esperanto, yes. Okay, moving on. What are we moving on to? Let's see, it's French, right? French. I'm not good at it, but French is great to pronounce. Si j'étais vous, je l'acquérais.
Si j'étais vous, je l'acquérais.
L'acquérais. C'est quand l'anniversaire de Cheryl?
C'est quand l'anniversaire de Cheryl?
J'apprécie vraiment que tu m'aides.
J'apprécie vraiment que tu m'aides.
On ne peut pas avoir les deux. Dieu. On ne peut pas avoir les dieux.
On ne peut pas avoir les deux.
Deux. Well, I was wrong about that. Il est en retard, attendant jusqu'à 50. I don't remember. My weakness is numbers in any language.
Il est en retard. Attendons jusqu'à 5h30.
Jusqu'à 5h30. Yeah. Je n'aime pas être à l'intérieur.
Je n'aime pas être à l'intérieur.
Je n'en qu'un pour l'instant.
Je n'en ai qu'un pour l'instant.
Je n'en ai qu'un pour l'instant. Va.
Va.
Je te l'enseignerai.
Je te l'enseignerai.
Je te l'enseignerai. Il m'aime, mais je ne l'aime pas.
Il m'aime, mais je ne l'aime pas.
Il m'aime, je ne l'aime pas. French vowels are so hard. I mean, Danish vowels are harder, but French vowels are hard too. But we're going to do some learning now. Maybe not learning. This is kind of revision. Oh, I completely got out of French. I'm not done with French, though. Come back, French. Come back, French, into my arms. Can you imagine dating French? That would be awkward. Il n'y a pas de Dieu.
Il n'y a pas de Dieu.
J'économise l'argent que j'ai.
J'économise l'argent que j'ai.
Tu es très bon à StarCraft.
Tu es très bon à StarCraft.
Je suis japonaise, mais je n'habite pas au Japon.
Je suis japonais, mais je n'habite pas au Japon.
J'irai avec toi.
J'irai avec toi.
J'irai. Tu peux m'appeler quand tu veux.
Tu peux m'appeler quand tu veux.
M'appeler. Tu peux m'appeler quand tu veux. L'ennui, c'est que je n'ai pas d'argent sur moi.
L'ennui, c'est que je n'ai pas d'argent sur moi.
Well, that's interesting because l'ennui, like in English, we say it's kind of like boredom. But in this sentence, it's like the trouble, I guess. Il s'occupe de nous.
Il s'occupe de nous.
Il s'occupe de nous. Merci pour l'expédition.
Merci pour l'expédition.
Il n'aide pas.
Il n'aide pas.
Il n'aide pas. Il n'aide pas. French words. Okay, one more. C'est très bon.
C'est très bon.
Je ne veux pas l'attirer de nuit.
Je ne veux pas t'attirer d'ennui.
De nuit. Il s'amusant.
Il s'amusait.
Il s'amusait. So hard to remember. Il s'amusait. No wonder French was hard in school. Il n'a pas d'air sur la lune.
Il n'y a pas d'air sur la lune.
I said that in a very English way. Il n'y a pas d'air sur la lune. Où es-tu?
Où es-tu?
Tu. Où es-tu? Weird French vowels. Où es-tu? Kind of like that. Et si elle ne m'apprécie pas?
Et si elle ne m'apprécie pas?
Apprécie pas. Et si elle ne m'apprécie pas? Vous l'emportez.
Vous l'emportez.
Vous l'emportez. Vous l'emportez. Tom peut le faire, non?
Tom peut le faire, non?
Tom peut le faire, non? Il ne fait que se plaindre.
Il ne fait que se plaindre.
Il ne fait que se plaindre. Comment était-elle? Comment était-elle? Comment était-elle? Something like that.
Comment était-elle?
Comment était-elle? Yeah, I was almost right with that one. I think that's 3 rounds. Yes, 3 rounds of français. Ahora tenemos que hacer que. Maintenant, je dois faire quoi? Ah, my favorite. Maybe not. It's just so hard. Gallego. And then there's nothing on YouTube to listen to it. Okay. If you speak Gallego as your native language, please get in touch. I mean, anyone can get in touch. remembered that today. Yay! Weird sentence. As we ate dessert, the desire grew to travel in this country. Maybe the dessert was very good. Stop. Oh, you broke it. The level up broken. That's a hard one. Sintomeso. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Yes. 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 I don't know. Okay. That's the thing about Gallego. Like, how would you... pelo curto is obviously short hair, but like, prestace, that means you look nice? I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years. I mean, I had 25% chance of guessing it right, but I wouldn't have guessed it under my own kind of knowledge, I guess I would say. Okay, what's next? Croatian. Croatian's also great.
Jako je želim vidjeti.
It's hard.
Mlična staza je ogroman pojas udaljenih zvijezda sličnih našem suncu.
Like Milky Way is like Mlečne staza je ogroman pojas udaljenih zvijezda slične našem suncu. Yeah, I was saying Milky Way, but then I said the whole sentence because yesterday I was doing it, there was no voice, so I didn't practice pronunciation, but there's voice today.
Smatrali su ga kolovođom slučaja ubojstva.
Smatrali su ga kolovom slučaja ubojstva. Pobjegao je.
Odmah počnite.
Odmah počnite.
Ne mogu zapamtiti njezin broj telefona. Unatoč velikom trudu da zapamtim.
Ne mogu zapamtiti njezin broj telefona unatoč velikom trudu da zapamtim. That was 6, okay. More words for me to massacre.
Imam problem i zove se Tom.
Okay.
Bill je ustao rano da ne propusti prvi vlak.
And that kind of makes sense.
Proglasili su ga kapetanom nogometne ekipe.
Proglasi su ga kapitanom nogometne ekipe.
Vrijeme ostaje loše.
Vrijeme ostaje loše. So ostaje is like zostaje. And zostaje is like stays in Polish. Neka knjiga koja opisuje this one.
Neka knjiga koja opisuje čuda prirode.
Čuda. So čuda is like cud. So miracle in Polish.
Više bi mi odgovarao pregled ujutro.
Više mi odgovarao pregled ujutro. I keep this średnio because średnia is like average in Polish, so I thought maybe it's a false friend. Odlučio je postati It's Dr. Jesus Christ.
Odlučio je postati liječnik. Da ću ti sve što želiš.
Dat ću ti sve što želiš.
Hoću biti.
Hoću piti.
Mari radi u velikoj tvrtci.
No idea.
Imam problem i zove se Tom. Bill je ustao rano da ne propusti prvi vlak. Više bi mi odgovarao pregled ujutro. Odlučio je postati liječnik. Mari radi u velikoj tvrtci.
And I have to drink because that, drink water, to be clear. Because that pronunciation is really horrible, even though it is a Slavic language.
Juri Gagarin je bio ubijen u zrakoplovnoj nesreći prije nego što je drugi put mogao putovati svemirom.
I'm not even gonna try with that.
Italija je jako lijepa zemlja.
Again, I thought that maybe it was a false friend. Bogata means rich. Because really, I don't know.
Je li fino?
That was like a guess.
Moj ured je na 4. katu sive šesterokatnice.
That's weird, because it's like klatka in Polish, which is like the doors in apartment buildings. So, they say that Slavic languages help each other when you're learning, but not in this case. I think it's hurting me to understand. Although
Kako se kaže doviđenja na njemačkom jeziku?
that helped.
Izgledaš 10 godina mlađi nakon što si obrijao bradu.
That also helped.
Mislio sam da je to moj posao.
Also helped.
Slijedi ga.
Okay. So, I was complaining, and then I had like 5 words that I could figure out from Polish.
Volim ga, ali je dosta često preosjetljiv.
6.
Razumijem.
7.
Italija je jako lijepa zemlja.
Moj ured je na 4. katu sive šesterokatnice.
I have one left. One round left. Nope. Done with Croatian. Okay. What is next? No idea. Actually, an idea. Icelandic. Which was great because